Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue with my part 2, my journey from the streets as a street child to my PhD level of education. Kindly, I'm requesting you, please subscribe to this channel. I've been uploading some videos. I realize people are not subscribing. So, polite request, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. The same way you are watching somebody in the US, also support my channel by subscribing. So, we reached where I did my KCPE for the first time at approved school. By the way, I had a problem, which, you know, approved school is a prison for children, juvenile prison. So, there were a lot of work. And those who have ear problems, you realize that when you do a lot of work, it starts producing, discharging pus, smelling. Nobody wanted me from school, by the way. And this is what made me, despite the fact that I skipped 3 classes, I was able to fit well in class 7 and even lead the whole class 7, class 8. I was in X1 and I led the whole year to the KCPE. That 296 was the top. So I'm not just saying, you will see that I was a number 1 pupil or a number 1 material. So when the KCPE was released, I topped the school with that 296 and I went home. I trekked from Kakamega to Kisumu, where I did a bit of work to get my 100 shillings, 150 from Kisumu to Homa Bay, my home area, to beg my extended family to, well, if they could contribute for me to take me to Form 1. Life was difficult, my friends. Nobody even wanted to listen to me. The whole family, nobody wanted to listen to me. So I asked my brother, who was also going through difficulties, to help me raise fare to Nairobi from Homa Bay, which he did. This time I was no child no more, so I had to pay a ticket just like other people. He went, because he had stayed home, he could borrow. He borrowed 500 shillings and gave me to go back to Nairobi. I was now ready to be a Juakali man, Mjengo, handsman. Those who have done the Mjengo work, you know, handsman, what it means. I was somehow still young. From someone who could look at me would definitely say, no, at this age, this child is not ripe enough to fit into the construction. But myself, I was saying I was old enough to work for myself and raise my living and start renting even a small house and start a life. Thereafter, I met this man at Masabit Road in Kawaskari, who gave me a compound slashing job. And when we were interacting during meal, he asked me why I'm not in school at that age, of school-going age. So I told her my problem. Even though he didn't help, he didn't raise a coin for me. He just paid what I had worked for that day. And advised me, young man, look for a way you can go back to school. So as I was leaving his home, on my way, I saw a school by the name of Kwagede Primary School. He released me very early. So when I branched to the school, teachers had not left. So I explained my situation, and the headmistress by then, who was also an English teacher, gave me a composition to write. She wrote a title and gave me a paper and a pen to go and write the composition in one of the classrooms. After marking my composition in 10 minutes, she told me to come on Monday. It was on a Thursday, so she told me to come on a Monday in full school uniform, which included shoes, socks, sweater, and uniform bag, and she needed 1,500 for registration. Watoto wa Mungu, nilijisikia kutamani. I was happy at the same time I was sad because I know mbele na nyuma I had only 250 which I had worked for. Sijakula. So I took a whole week without coming back to school. My few people had done the indexing exams, and I was getting late for KCPE registration. I also need 300 shillings for KCPE registration. Wow, my friends, my brothers, life was difficult. Coincidentally, that the following week I didn't get any job to do. So when I went back on the following Monday, after the Monday she told me to go back, I explained my situation, and she asked me, what now can we do? Luckily enough, she gave me the indexing exam, which I did with the civilian clothes. And she told me as they were marking for that KCPE, I go and look for those requirements. I impressively performed. That's where I disagree with the narrative that if you didn't go to school, you say your parents didn't have money to educate you. My friend, I didn't have money. This is where I now started looking for the fruits of my brains. I left them again, I disappeared for another 1 week. Now they started looking for me because my grades were impressive, which they thought I would push the school to a better grade. So they announced in the assembly that whoever saw me to report to me that I was needed in school. But mbaya kuna mtu alikuwa amenijua juu sikuwahi ingia class. I was just doing those papers and going home. One day I came to school at 7:30. I found that Mrs. had arrived and she was scanning people who were late. So she gave me mine at the calf part of the leg, and she told me to see her once she was done with the caning people. So I went and she asked me, Kijana, what's the problem with you? Can you express yourself out so that we know where your problem is? You are a very bright boy. I explained myself and she told me, and why are you not talking? If you are an orphan and you have all that history, you should talk so that people can help you. She took, the registration was going late for KCPE, so she removed her 300 shillings and enrolled me for KCPE that time at Index 2. I was supposed to be Index 1, but she told me no, because your colleagues had already done theirs before you came, and there's a lady who had already been picked for Index 1, just to be Index 2, which I agreed, I accepted. I was thirsty for just to sit in class. I started reading, I started studying. I remember they gave us an exam, a comprehensive exam, the one like that one of high school where there's no multiple choices. I really performed. English, I scored 49 out of 50. She was very happy, and my first problem, which was meals, was solved immediately. She told me that from today, you'll be coming here every lunch Every lunch you will tell the teacher who will be on duty not to cane you, because they were caning people who are not having lunch. Tell the teacher not to cane you, and come to me. I'll be caring for your lunch every day until you sit for your KCPE. CRE teacher, I remember Lika Mwenji, who was very happy with my grades, but at the same time she was not happy with me because I would scoop everything in the GHC part. Social studies, I would scoop everything in the GHC part and get 3 or 6 out of 30 in CRE part. So she told me, I'm going to buy for you a uniform, full uniform, but ensure you will promise me that the next exam you will score 15 out of 30 in CRE. I was not sure, but I just agreed because I wanted uniforms. So next exams, I found myself in 14 out of 30. I was deficient with 1 mark out of the target of 15. So she congratulated me, by the way. She would not punish me because that was a tremendous improvement. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, please subscribe. At least motivate me, even if I get a one subscription today. Just motivate me. I know when schools are open, I'll go and advertise myself there. I know students will subscribe, but before September when they'll be coming back, please subscribe for me. Thank you. Until next time, join me in part 3. Comment, at least comment and support your colleague. Thank you. Until next time.